Hello, 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 and welcome to Bitches with Beards. And on today's episode, I asked a question. If mortals get crabs, does that mean Travis Kelce gets Ewoks?
And what happens if you leave it to me and I don't want to be your father figure?
We're the podcast that attempts to break down culture with all the elegance of two coastal grandmas.
But in truth, we're just a couple of bitches with beards.
I'm Max.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're live from the Diane Keating podcast. You don't have that, Cherie.
We both have opinions, so let's get this party started.
Cheers.
Cheers. Light little.
I've got, even my mug is heavy as shit, but it's a lovely hammer. It's from a Ren fair.
Ooh.
Yes.
I love the blues.
It is. Yes, it's no. It's I'm really proud of this one. It's my writing mug. It's not for the day.
It gives that vibe.
Though last week I did get my, I have my weekend mug, and I'm so excited for tomorrow morning because tomorrow morning is going to be peak cool weather, sweaters and cool weather.
Yeah, if it doesn't rain, I've got plans. But if it does rain, I also have other plans.
Yeah, the Hubs is got some Gay Men's Chorus rehearsal stuff, so I'm catching up with Only Murders.
Ooh,
and I will be baking some cinnamon muffins in the morning
with
the sourdough, which, by the way, I know you're asking this, you're dying.
Yeah.
The sourdough starter replaces the sour cream - buttermilk.
Fair.
Okay.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
We're straight in now of the cultural bit. I have got one question for you, but
Yes.
before we do, I did say to you, I've been warning Daniel because he's he's fragile at the moment with everything going on.
Am I fragile?
You take to your bed a lot this year, but you should. Peak 2025 happened this year when Dolly Parton had to put out a video message to say, "Hey y'all, I'm still alive."
I'm still here and kicking.
Did you watch the message?
I didn't watch the message, but I do know she was like, my sister's just a shit stirrer.
Yeah. It was a very sweet message, and apparently she did admit that she had some health stuff, and what had happened was that when her husband got ill and then when he died, she neglected herself a bit, and her doctor said, "We're going to get that sorted," and that broke my heart. But she said, "Now when my husband, he got sick, bless his heart, and he died, I did not take care of myself," and that was a warning to everyone. And also, she then goes, "Now, they had photos of me if Reba by my deathbed. Now, I love Reba, but she would not be the one saying goodbye to me on my deathbed." I'm guessing that's saying that she has a load of family.
Right.
But, and then Reba did a message going, "I'm just glad Dolly's alive, yo." And she said, "You all need to stop looking at his AR ones because one of them has me pregnant."
Oh, my gosh.
So I just was like, the fact that Dolly's out there going, "I'm still alive.
I'm still here."
And she goes, "It is October 8th. I'm like, "Dolly, this is brilliant."
If she could hold up a newspaper, she would have.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe, "Oh, she needs your prayers."
I mean, the phrasing was dire.
It was dire. But Dolly then did say, she goes, "Now I'm a woman of faith, and I can always use your prayers."
It's true. She did say that.
But, she's a good one.
She is.
Like the Pope today. Did you see the Pope?
No, what did the Pope do today?
He put out this disgusting message. It basically implied that we should be giving love and acceptance and concern to the individuals that have come to this country out of fear, who are now being given fear. How dare he?
I might actually like this Pope.
Yes, and then the Conservatives got knickers in a twist, which they must be pretty twisted right now because of the little rabbit that's causing problems, you bad bunny.
Oh.
And people said the only reason that Margaret upset by this whole thing is, in regards to the Pope, is because he's showing that they actually aren't Christian.
Shocker. I'm sorry.
Because obviously, I'm not quite sure what the impetus to... Obviously, the impetus should be that people are living in fear who have already tried to escape fear. But I'm also wondering if it's to do with the fact National Guard are arriving in Chicago and this guy is, shit-kicking.
I mean, all I'm going to say is they are in our neighborhood this week, and every time I walk past multiple hordes of them that have been on the metro or walking along 7th Street or 8th Street or even in my neighborhood.
The only thing illegal there is the house prices.
Right. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here?
It's quiet. It's numbers, isn't it?
It's literally numbers, but I'm also like, there is nothing going on in my neighborhood. Like,
exactly, but they could
there
say
is nothing.
They can say they've been out. They can say they've walked. I actually wonder if they just don't want to having to be in a situation where they have to act because they're so young.
Oh, they absolutely are.
And they're so culturally ignorant to what DC is.
Naive, yeah.
Hands up in honesty, I don't always like...
My hands are up.
Oh, shouldn't actually bad taste, but whoops. The U Street on a Saturday night. There's a lot of energy. It's chaotic energy.
Yeah.
But I know it enough to know when it's beautifully chaotic, and there's 2% of the time when it's not beautifully chaotic.
Right.
And DC people know that. DC cops know that.
Yeah.
But the National Guard don't. And I think
No.
they don't want them there because they're worried that someone's going to pull a trigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is terrible. I did see Border Patrol on my running through Rock Creek this morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they went by in their car. So a cop car went down and they pulled over and it was me and there was a couple walking in front of me and we just kind of standing there like...
Yeah.
And then they kept moving. So we're like... And the couple also looked like... there was some coffee in their cream on their face. And I was a bit like, oh, I think we'll kind of stand there and go, well, if I speak, I'm going to give it away. You know, it's just... It's bad.
Yeah.
Enough about all that, Daniel. How are you? And Jeremy, how are you? Because you are, at the moment, sitting on your Todd doing... Well, not doing Sweet Fanny Adam, but you are in a waiting pattern, a holding pattern.
Okay, so we can put it like this. I am in a holding pattern in that the shutdown continues and I am furloughed. However, I'm having a well of a time right now. I'm absolutely fine. Everyone asked me this question this week. What are you doing? Or I reach out to like a coworker and they're like, oh my God, my toddler's driving me crazy, or my wife is driving me crazy, or my husband's driving me crazy, or I don't know, I've just been, sitting at home. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I deep cleaned my apartment.
Yeah.
I have been doing field trips every single morning.
I've seen on Instagram.
Because I have told myself that I'm getting out of my apartment for at least 3 hours every single day, doing something.
And that's impressive.
I am doing Ladybird research. I wrote an abstract for a conference and turned it in today. Like, I found out about the conference 3 days ago. Like, I wrote it, turned it in. Here we are. Like, I'm making the most of it. I am borrowing one of our microphones so I can do dictations to write said article next week. I'm like, I'm going to make the most of this.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know, and I've been a little bit... I'm not being concerned about you, but I know that, a lot of it is going to be more with you, and me and you are the same. Is that we don't, I hate to like burst the bubble on what people think this friendship actually is, but Daniel and I are odd friends in that if my husband's away on a Saturday night and Daniel's got nothing to do, we don't message and go, hey, do you want to hang out?
Right.
And it's sort of a really odd... And people might say, well, that's really weird. And it's like, we both like each other's company. Mm-hmm. And don't get us wrong, we go to the movies together, mm-hmm. and we have watched movies here. And I'm so excited for our post-Thanksgiving tradition of watching... Mm-hmm. We'll probably do a double bill of the Netflix ones, which are coming out, or at least the two good ones. Mm-hmm. And, and we've gone to the cinema, we've watched Asteroid City, we've done movies, we've mentioned, let's do that. Mm-hmm. But we're never short of things to do. And I find that very strange. And even I'm lucky for me that I can make... Like my husband said, I said he's working for a couple of bits tomorrow, so I've got some stuff to do. He's then away. He's going to California for a couple of days.
Right.
I'm going to miss him, but I'm happy that he's traveling. But also, I've already picked a movie. I'm going to do a double bill at the cinema. Yeah. I'm not bored. You're not bored either.
We know how to entertain ourselves, and we understand that we both need space to entertain ourselves.
But I still can't. And I guess it's... I don't know how you feel, but getting in the mindset of it, you want to say... I don't get how anyone at our age, which is a stretch because I think we're on two different, I think of the spectrum now of it is that when people go, oh, I'm bored, and I'm like, I don't.
I whenever people have been like, oh, I'm bored sitting at home, and I'm like, how are you bored? Why are you bored? Why isn't there something that you're doing? Like, to me, I have to keep doing something.
Yeah.
But it has to be something for me.
I've got way too many things to do.
Yeah, it's like there's not enough hours in the day. Like, like that's my problem.
Like I was severely burnt out today, and I was like, okay, well, I should look at my resume, keep stuff moving. I'm only working part-time at the moment. And I ended up going through my folder. Oh, that's cute. And what I also, and I think if the person is a toddler, I know it's very stressful, and I know a lot of people, and I don't want to speak for my mate's finances, but I know you are single, you have no kids, you are okay, you're not under immediate financial threat, which a lot of people have been, and it's coming out. But you're not working. There's nothing you can do at the moment, and I know it's stressful. And I know as someone who's been job hunting all year, I was like, well, you can just do this and do that. It's not easy. You're distracted, but your toddler's driving you crazy. I'm like, well, at the same time, you got focus time with your toddler. Is that
it's about reframing?
Reframing. I'm like, so you don't have to worry about the phone,
right?
You can give do stuff.
Attention, devotion.
The weather's been cooler this week, but it's not wonderful. Nasty.
It's been wonderful this week.
So but I'm really glad you've actually managed to do it, because as I said, it can be. You can. I said I went in with intentions of finishing my novel. That I didn't do, but. I'm glad you've kind of gone, well, I can do stuff on this time.
I can inch the project forward. I'm not planning on finishing the project.
Yeah.
But all right, we have another day off. I don't plan on spending the entire day working on it, but I'm like, I could do a good 2 hours here on this, and then do 3 hours doing something else, and then do an hour signing Christmas cards, and then do an hour cooking, which I've had some fun with the cooking.
Yeah.
But it's like, I find this rather relaxing right now, to be very honest. I'm just like, okay, this is wonderful. Like, I'm great.
It reminds me a bit of when COVID first hit, and a few people went online, and within the first couple of days were posting, I'm going stir crazy. And I actually messaged them directly and said, you need to calm the fuck down, because you're winding yourself up.
Right.
And you're going to burn yourself out. I said, I understand. This is coming from a place of understanding, but performative stress creates real stress.
Yes, it absolutely does. It absolutely does.
It's not good, but this is the hand we're dealt.
Yeah, you've got to make the most of it.
Play the cards.
Yeah, make the most of it. Sure, that means I've been going to a lot of cemeteries. Don't worry, my mental health is fine. Truly, it is.
They're beautiful, though.
Oh, they're wonderful. Like, I'm going to recommend people go to Oak Hill Cemetery in Georgetown. Highly recommend that one.
Now, is that the one that borders on Rock Creek?
Yes, it's on the Georgetown side, but if you're running on the Parkway and you look over on the right-hand side, so you're running south on Rock Creek.
Yeah, I went past it this morning.
Yeah, it's the one up on the hill.
Because then you kind of come out, and then you can kind of go along the bike. There's a huge long stretch there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's actually rather nice going inside.
It's very higgledy-piggledy and old-fashioned and roots and all that sort of thing.
Yes, and very peaceful. And then I also went to Congressional the following day, and that one's more orderly, and there's not a lot of trees or anything there. I don't know. That one, the energy actually did fill off in
That's
places.
the dog park one, though, isn't it?
Yes, that's the one that's very we're partially a dog park. And so you can buy a pass to have a dog park.
We actually did apply, and at the time, it was in the summer, we got one on offer, because a dog has to die or move out.
No, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, and at the time, we needed, because we got Bear, and we were like, we really can't afford. Actually, we not got afford this, and then sadly, what happened. But no, no, they're meant to be a place of quiet reflection. They're not meant to be spooky.
Yeah, and the thing is,
some of the Victorians are.
Well, they were the first public parks.
Yeah.
If you think about it, and do I think I'm going to go eat a picnic? No, but I would have had a cup of coffee with me, like in Oak Hill, if there wasn't a no food allowed sign. I was like,
well, we used to picnic in the grand.
Yeah, they used to picnic.
So in the grand age of death in Victorian England, they would go and picnic in them.
They would make a Sunday afternoon out of it. I say bring it back, because I would have enjoyed doing that. Had a croissant and had a coffee and just sat down there. It would have been wonderful.
Yeah. It's sad that some people have gone into a cemetery with food and left their stuff, but that's pretty sad.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I am making the most of it, and I'm having a great time off. How are you? How are you this week?
Oh, good. Well, work's been busy, so it was a summit this week, and so they're in Spain. Probably gives maybe who I work with, but no, it doesn't really. But like I said, it's been busy, and it's been very slightly tiring, kind of waiting and not sure what's going on, and it's been, the team are fantastic. They manage it really well, but there's a lot of intention before and uppers to like, oh, knock out all this content, and then when it happens that people suddenly when a lot of it is, I think that my part of the job people focus on because it's the bit they could control before, and they're worried, they're usually a bit nervous about what's going to happen. So like, well, we've got a content plan, but when actually these events start and they are going to plan and everyone's having a good time, people feel they relax and go, okay, we don't need to prove ourselves through excessive social media. We're in a good space. It's just great. We can relax. No one's going to say we haven't done our jobs.
Right.
So it's been great. The week's been tiring because my mum and dad, so we spoke, was it Thursday? Yeah. We had a really lovely visit with them. They went on Monday. We went down to Richmond. We got a breakfast in Fredericksburg, and then we ended up, that was very briefly, and then we ended up going to Richmond, and we had the afternoon, so we saw their capital, which was an amazing. It's all underground, which we thought was really great. And there's a lovely lady working the front desk, and she kind of gave us a bit of a breakdown of how the Queen visits and all that, the Queen's visit and all that. And then we did the Confederate White House.
Oh,
that was fun.
Saw Jeffy Davis's.
Yes. So we parked up, and Hubs found a place, but it ended at 5. The park. So we got plenty of time. And we walked over to the Confederate White House. Now, we're not here for shenanigans. My parents were just they're very curious about it. They wanted to learn a lot.
Architecturally, it's a very interesting building.
So we get there at 4, and they're like, yes, so we're just going to leave in a couple of minutes. It's only 45 minutes. And Hubs is like, well, it's like, yeah, I have got to get back to the car for 5. No, that's cool. You'll be done and all that. And, at the end of it, he was done. There was a lady waiting by the car, and she goes, oh, honey, you're pushing it back, sort of thing. So we get on there, but there's another cut. There's a mum and daughter, old, like our age and then older, like my parents' age. Oh my God, and we're from Florida. I'm like, Jesus, they think this is the White House.
It's like, great.
and they come in, they go, well, where can you park round here? And the tour guide literally just went, well, the fact you're here means you've parked somewhere.
Yeah.
And we
Clearly.
And my mum just was like in the corner, like laughing. And I forgot what my mum asked on the tour. It was a very, it was a very clever, educated question. My mum is a very educated woman, and she and I forgot what and it was something she'd noticed, and oh my God, and it was all to do with the Confederacy and the attitudes and that was it. My mum actually said, they were doing a turn, she goes, in the middle of it all, and they were talking about the servants and all that, and she goes, did no one ever consider that the servants were listening? And the tour guide went, that is a fantastic question, and actually that was a huge problem. And then the Florida lady went, so what did they want to do for work around here? Were they farmers? And
Jesus.
So we were kind of giggling about that. Me and my mum and dad were the worst together. We're like, Jesus. But my mum's like had this wonderfully educated question, and you're like, seriously? But no, we went out.
Sometimes there are dumb questions.
Yeah, and dumb people. So no, we ended up at a lovely time, and then we ended up. Actually, though, we went to go. Mum goes, Mum's so sweet. And then we're driving back to the hotel. Mum goes to my Hubs, like, can we get a cup of tea somewhere? So we end up in a Starbucks, and then the Starbucks was next in a Target, and we know we shouldn't go to Target, but I'm wearing my new Star Wars t-shirt from the Target.
I
and
like it.
Got all the Halloween candy and all that.
It's very vintage.
Yeah, my mum likes the Halloween stuff over here because she takes it back because it's easy. But no, we had all that. It was all great. And the next day we did the Civil War Museum again. That was fantastic. We got a lovely breakfast in this small little. We found it we just wanted like a bagel because everything, the food had been so heavy and delicious, and it was like in this cute little part of town, and it was like half the staff were trans, and the bagels were. It was just so, and we were like, this is where we could live, and then we did a bit of shopping. There was like a little like a real indie 60s style high street, and it was just really great. But yeah, no, the visit was great. We went. We'll talk about more some of the food later, but it's nice, and I'm so fortunate in my parents, and there's never any. It sounds weird saying. I think I said it last year when they visited on the pod. Is that there's so much gratitude. There's never they're never petulant or shitty about anything.
Yes,
it was all like thank you for this and all that, and they didn't have to say thank you, but They do. But we dropped them off on Monday. And it was all very sad, but it was just a very nice visit, and there was no arguments. Oh, there was a little bit one about some family shit going on.
Wow.
And a whole thing about a tattoo. Anyway, on that note, Daniel, shall we go take a wander around Ina's garden? Because you did get your 3 hours, but you do need more vitamin D.
I do need some more vitamin D. Don't worry.
And get my can.
All right, so today we are having a brand new non-alcoholic IPA that was in Whole Foods all of, an hour ago whenever I was there, called Partake Brewing.
Yeah, but I'm quite curious about the only 10 calories.
Yes.
Because usually they're about 45.
Yeah, I think we can look at the box after we record. I am just noticing the temperature. Cheers.
As mine's got a fresh.
I mean, it smells like an IPA.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, for a 10-calorie drink.
Yeah. I mean, it has a bit of a note to it, but it's not like an offensive note.
No. I'm still really pro hot water.
Yeah. The Lagunitas hot water, spot on.
Like, this is good, but I also, because I hit my year this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Because I hit my year, like, I'm not really, I said the whole taste of it's gone, and it's like, this is nice, but I'm so surprised now. I'm not like, oh my God, any little flavour of beer. I'm like, yeah, this is nice, I'll have it, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, Daniel, with that, shall we see what's in the news?
Yes, this is the portion of the podcast where we talk about things that are gay adjacent, or just a little bit camp.
I have to say, this week, the news wasn't as newsy as last week.
No, and it wasn't like I had so many that I was like trying to like whittle down or anything. I have a few that are like questions to you. I
was a little stretched with mine, but then at the same time is with what we're going to discuss is the part of the culture. I knew that we didn't really have to flesh, but anyway, I found some stories, and I forgot to get that out. Okay, so first of all, the lovely Jack Whitehall is going to be reviving beloved British cartoon in the live-action film called Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben's always had a little bit of he goes into a costume shop and puts on a costume, and then he goes into the dressing room and he goes into the world of that costume. So there's always been a bit of a gay undertone with the whole...
I mean, Jack Whitehall can play gay.
Yeah. It's not gay. In the Doctor Who episode with the Time Hotel, it's implied that one of the rooms does lead to Mr. Ben's one. But I saw that, I was like, okay, it's very British 70s camp. Not camp, but that upper class. It wasn't gay, but at the same time there was there's a fantasy.
Gay.
There's the idea of someone going to a shop and becoming their fantasy. So, yes. So at the same time, there is a new film coming out directed by Adam Shankman. It's going to be an action comedy with drag queens, and it's been joined by Ginger Binge, Gigi B, Monex, Jane Shimone, Brooklyn Heights, Latrice Royale, Marsha. Will all be in this. It's a movie. It's about a high speed train, and they're like the staff on it, and it gets off the rail. It sounds like Bullet Train, but
it sounds like a skit in RuPaul.
Yeah, it sounds like a skit on RuPaul, and I'm a little bit like I'm a little bit. It's going to be a lot of camp.
Oh yeah,
I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I think sometimes they really overthink the drag ones. Whereas I would love to see a drag queen film about drag queens in a club. Like a bit of a noises off, front backstage sort of thing. I think they overthink the storyline sometimes.
That's true.
But even the names, the article had all the names of like the train service and all that, and I'm like, yeah, that's like Route Airways. I'm like, this sounds like a RuPaul.
You just took a skit and you made it 90 minutes. Fantastic.
So Gavin and Stacey's Ruth Jones is going to be making a new comedy about divorce. She actually separated from her husband this year, and apparently has really, turned her broken heart into art.
Well, I mean, art does imitate life.
Yes, and so apparently, so I'm excited for that. She's obviously working on an Apple Plus series with Gavin Stacey's James Corden. I know, I still like him. And then finally, they're doing a Les Liaisons Dangerous production.
What was
Dangerous
that?
Liaisons.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't know the French. Liaisons Dangerous.
I was about to be like, are you having a stroke?
At the National Theatre, Aidan Turner's going to be in it. The lovely
Ooh.
Aidan Turner. Originally, I would say Being Human, but Poldark was the
I was
one
about to
that
say
got
Poldark.
Being Human, he was hot in that because he would wear like a tank top and be covered in blood, shirtless.
Do you know what he's also hot in? The Agatha Christie, and then there were none.
Oh, I need to see that one.
Yes, you do.
He's actually very cute in The Hobbit.
Okay.
He plays like that, but he plays one of the dwarves where you don't put any prosthetics on him. You know, so you're like, yeah, you're too pretty to have prosthetics.
Well, yes.
But
have you seen that specimen of a man?
my big, the big casting that for me is Leslie Manville.
Oh, yes.
Who was in a relationship with Gary Oldman, as Mum said, and Gary Oldman was on Jess Ware's podcast this week and spoke about how he went out with his son, and they go, "Were the grandkids there?" No, their grandma Leslie Manville was babysitting, and I'm like, "Shit, yeah, I forget all that."
Oh,
So not a lot of news, but just some interesting stuff this week.
we like interesting stuff.
Daniel, what about you?
Well, I do have some interesting stuff too this week. So, just so you know, Max, girls just want to have fun. On the heels of her farewell tour, Cyndi Lauper has announced her first ever Las Vegas residency. It'll be at Caesars Palace from April 24th to May 2nd. And October 10th, tickets go on sale.
Is that a residency? Because it feels like it's just a couple of days there.
No, so, here's part of my question for you. It's literally 7 shows. And I'm like, how is this residency? Like, I'm used to, like, didn't Britney Spears have like a multi-year residency?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how is 7 shows a residency?
I know they're a lot more casual in terms of the time requirement because they flipped. Because I know Celine Dion was pretty much there the whole time for 2-3 years.
Right. But I feel like anytime Gaga has done a residency, it's been like a minimum of like 2 months.
Yeah,
So I'm like, does 7 days make a residency?
I don't think so.
Well,
but I've good for her. I'd see her.
Cindy is saying that it does.
Okay, for me, a residency should suggest that there should be some tickets available at all times because people have got there.
Right.
But 7 days will fill out in Vegas.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure since they went on sale today, they're all gone.
Yeah. Because Adele did now, would they say now, they might use the term limited residency. Because
Right.
Adele did quite a limit. She was there for over a space of time, though, wasn't she?
Yes, but it was more than 7 days, you know? Anyways, so that was my first question. And my second question for you, Max,
Oh, good. I'm here for it.
is what is a Debenhams?
Oh, so I saw this actually on the thing.
Yes.
So Debenhams is a department store.
Okay.
It came about. So we had one in Croydon. I think they came about in the 70s, 80s. Mum worked for Debenhams.
Okay.
So she worked there. She worked for Debs. And yeah, it's just a department store. So it's like a John Lewis.
Like a Marks and Spencer's.
So Marks and Spencer isn't. Marks and Spencer is a. I don't know how you would do this because Marks and Spencer's only sells Marks and Spencer's.
Oh, okay.
And it is a clothing store.
Okay.
Some of them, though, do have home furnishings and also the food court. But they're the big ones. But it's primarily... But no, so trying to think of it. It's like a Macy's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so Debenhams is like Macy's. Got it.
But they do that at different brands. But sadly in Croydon as well, we lost a lot of our stuff. But what was quite nice was they actually towards the end started... And I think Debenhams... Yeah, before that... I know you're going to talk about, but they did start working with designers, and actually they did some really good quality handbags. And I got my mum one, so they did a I forgot who was a big designer, and they did like really reasonable priced handbags, and they were nice looking.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you brought up the designers. So it was announced that Kim Cattrall will be the face of Debenhams this holiday season.
Perfect.
For their designers with Debenhams for Christmas. She is doing a 15-piece campaign, which will start retailing at £59. It is going to be pro faux fur, sequins, and maximalist print. So run, don't walk to Debenhams. Because what she was wearing in the ads that I've seen so far, which I think were 3 of the looks, actually pretty good. Ashley, very nice.
So we also that I don't know how big is it over here, but a couple of the clothing stores in England, like they work with Kate Moss, and Kate Moss did a range for one. Lily Allen's done one. I think Top Man did Kate Moss, and they were huge, but they were reasonable prices. But like there were pictures of the shop an hour after. But no, the department stores do work a lot. It's really within Kim Cattrall's brand to do this. I'm not sure what, because she started in Liverpool, ended up in Canada, but she would have been familiar with it. So it's nice that she's doing.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So thank you for answering that question. Next little bit is actual news. So the Church of England has announced a new Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yes.
The first female, Sarah Millay, 63. She is the former Bishop of London. She has, and I found this very interesting, a background in nursing. And this is the time when there has been tons of church scandal with sexual abuse. And she's a very big proponent of gay marriage. And she has said that she is going to take her background in nursing to bring generosity and actual warmth to the people. And I was like,
that's
thank you.
Compassion. Bits of compassion.
I was like, thank you so very much. So anyways.
That's exciting.
Very exciting. So, final question.
Also on that one as well is especially with Camilla, and who's a strong advocate for women's rights and violence against women. That's a nice mix.
Yes, it's a very nice mix. So I am very much all for this. Final bit of news, which I know the answer to this. Do you like to cruise on a cruise?
I've never been on a cruise.
I know you've never been on a cruise.
I would love to cruise on a cruise. Are you offering? Or we've got tickets. Should I get packing now?
You should get packing now. Because it's been announced that there's a new travel brand that will promote kink on the high seas, an all-gay, all-male cruise takeover for 3 and 4 day full ship takeover cruises. It's subscribing to 5 pillars: sex, stimulation, submission, seduction, and satisfaction. There are going to be dark, decadent parties, round-the-clock fetish-fueled experiences. This is going to be announced in December, and my question is, how is this different from an Atlantis cruise? But apparently, they're taking over the entire boat. So,
be interesting to see, because I find that the gay community is that they don't like to do what they're told, in the sense of I know the kink community is very specific.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're going to come, you're going to take it seriously, or you're just going to wear a jockstrap and walk about from sex swing to sex swing. Because that's not king, that's just...
Right. Anyways, sorry, the company is called Rush.
Nice.
To say that. So anyways, yes, like that, but not like that. So yeah, we'll see.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
With that, Daniel, should we go do a short residency in Las Vegas?
Yeah, yes, we should.
And we're back. Yes, well, Cindy, we left Cindy on stage. She decided to extend out.
She'll do another 5 days.
She'll do another 5 days. And then she'll get into her gondola and head down the canals and make a dramatic yet graceful exit.
Through the Bellagio fountain.
Through the Bellagio fountains. I still remember the time I took my parents with them to Vegas, and it was just after Thanksgiving, and the Bellagio had started their Christmas. I mean, the whole interior was just Christmas anyway. Yeah. And they played the most wonderful time of the year, the Johnny Mathis version, and that was my nan's favourite singer, and it was just a really nice moment to share with my parents. Aww. And my mum got a little bit emotional. It was beautiful, but she goes, "Oh, there's times like this I feel like your nan's here," and it was lovely. Well, that was culture for my mum, but what's culture for you, Daniel?
Culture for me this week. So there has been a lot of cooking, so we've got some food to talk about. Have some food. All right, so first side dish that I want to talk about, sweet potato ribbons.
Nice.
Wonderful and delicious. You just take your peeler and you just keep peeling and keep peeling, and you have the nice little ribbons, put it in the oven for 30 minutes. Paprika, they get just a little bit crunchy.
Visions of you on a gym mat with your little ribbon in your hands.
Oh, it's so good, so good. I roasted a chicken last weekend because you roasted a chicken before, and I was like, oh, I should roast a chicken.
Yes.
So I did it on top of carrots, potatoes, onions, parsnips, and fennel. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Stuck a lot of lemon inside that chicken, and then made some stock out of it, and it was such good stock.
So the other one, if you really don't want anything heavy and you just don't want to do one chicken on its own, is put rice in the bottom.
Yes.
Because rice cooks actually real fucking easy and it absorbs
all
everything.
The
and if you just want to put the rice to the side, do it.
It's so good. Do that. Do it, listeners. Absolutely do it. And then last night, my last 2 dishes that I'm going to talk about, I did a lapsang smoked piece of fish. It was nice haddock that I brined in it. Wonderful. So it was a nice smoky tea that I love drinking. And then I also made a leek and red potato gratin. Oh my god, that was so good. The cheese was amazing, but it's cheese.
That's crazy. You know what I mean when I get to my bit when I hear gratin.
Did you make a gratin?
You'll be even more surprised when I tell you the story of how I got to a gratin.
Oh, okay.
But going back to roast chicken, right? So my kiddie winks out there, whoever's there, learn to roast a chicken. Also, if you have a Dutch oven,
it's so easy.
Do it in a Dutch oven.
So easy.
The only we did it this week. The only thing is we couldn't get the skin was tough. We couldn't get the butter under it. But you don't need to do that.
No.
It's just salt, pepper, bit of sage. A bit of sage.
A little bit of thyme too.
Yeah, my dad can't in England. You can't get powdered sage.
Oh.
So my dad was over. He looking at all my spices. He's over at Whole Foods. Like all they take back is spice because it's all you can get over here.
That's fine.
Lemon. Do like a little bit of onion,
Yes.
but mainly a lot of lemon, and you put it in. Right, ladies and gents, it's 4:25 or whatever. Hour covered, half an hour uncovered.
Yes.
It is going to look a little bit anemic.
A little bit,
because that's just how the Dutch oven works. A little bit of stock at the bottom if you're going to do it raw. It's not hard. And if you got a girlfriend and you want to impress the parents, roast a chicken.
Absolutely.
For some reason, it's not easy. Actually, it's not easy, but it's not as hard. And it gives you so much time to go and do other things. Throw the potatoes in as well. You're sorted. Tray of roast veg. Anyway, that. But it's easy.
And I was going to say this. If you want to get it nice and brown and to seal in the juices, broil it for 10 minutes at the end.
Yes.
That's all you need to do is 10 minutes to broil it, and it will be nice and golden.
Yeah.
Listen to us, listeners. Listen. Drink of the week, Topo Chico and lime, because I just need a little something bubbly for a splurge. Songs of the week. We're not talking about Taylor Swift right now, so we're going to be talking about non-Taylor Swift songs. We'll talk about Taylor Swift in a minute. Secret by Madonna. My God, that one hits me in the right feels whenever it comes on the radio. And then a brand new one, 12 to 12 by Somber. For some reason, the singer's doing something for me. It's sort of been my performer for the year. Absolutely love it. Podcast. If you like sci-fi podcast.
Ooh.
I listened to a series, the first season. I think I need to go back and listen to the second season, called Fabric. It's an Australian podcast. I didn't quite know where it was going to go, but I was assembling furniture today on one of my, or not today, but one day this past week on one of my afternoons. Listened to all, I think, 8 episodes of season 1 because they're like 17-minute episodes. Pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Pretty good. Highly recommend it.
Nice.
How about you? What was culture for you this week?
Getting a lot of cooking. We try and cook for my parents when they're here, but no, we did a roast chicken. You were here because I started that before. We did. It turned into an impromptu roast dinner, which I never intended to do for mum and dad. But we put the potatoes in with the chicken, and they came out perfect. They came out that creamy potato, and I also did like a really nice like onion gravy, and then I do a tray of just vegetables.
Yes.
And because my parents love Brussels sprouts, and they don't really get them. We get them in England, but very seasonally. And I said, I just roast them with salt and pepper, and they're like, "Oh, this is really, really delicious." But no, that was great, and my dad was quite impressed that the chicken fell apart, and that was brilliant. But yeah, it all went together really well, and I'm a bit like, I want to try it again soon to see if it works, because sometimes it doesn't always equally work.
Right.
But no, it was very good. But lots of, and then when we got back from Richmond, I did fajitas, and they were like, "Oh, and they said that was very easy for you to do." And I was like, "Yes, it is."
Fajitas are also very quick, good.
Yeah, just do the spices, and then just do, and everything just got thrown together, and it came out really nicely. And then so did all the trimmings with that, and then my dad next day we ended up doing a. We had all these potatoes left over, and I said, "Can you just like make a hash, and Dad did a really nice hash, and that came out again quite surprisingly. We were like, okay, well, that was a good breakfast. And I did the old cinnamon rolls as well, which was really good. So anyway, gratin.
Yes, your gratin story.
So I know ChatGPT is appalling. I had a ton of leftovers, and I just typed it into ChatGPT, and it came up with a dish. And because I had potato, it came up with a gratin. Because I had roast vegetables and one pepper, sour cream, a little bag of cheese. So me and Hub's got like a slap wrist because he tried to put his...
It was like...
no, I said there's not enough of that. Parmesan, lentil dip, a little bit of salsa.
Okay.
So that all became the sauce.
Okay.
Right. And then I was like, and we had some chicken wings, but I was like, no, this is not enough.
Yeah.
So I went and bought like sausage meat because like it's great, and then an onion. Daniel, it was so good. Like the Hubs was like, this is really, really good. it needed probably a little bit more sauce, but it was really good.
Sometimes the stone soup, as I like to call it, where you just take a little bit of everything in the refrigerator, it can sometimes work.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Now, there are sometimes that certain things shouldn't be added, but all the flavors seem like they would work.
It was delicious. We were very happy with it.
Good.
So yeah, we did that. And then last night we had the leftovers of that. And I went and got some chicken from Whole Foods, just the pre-marinated one.
In the little bag.
Yeah, which I'm not the biggest fan of usually, because I usually think they put shit meat in that.
Yeah.
But the Hubs had a really late meeting, and he didn't get home till like 11:15. So I just put it on I just did it in the skillet.
Yeah.
It came out so perfect.
Good.
Like it cut like butter, and it was like really smooth. Like it had a complete sheen down it. So yeah, no, that was really good. For restaurants, though, we did a couple of... So we did some good ones in Richmond. We went to the Royal again on the last night. It was good. There was... unfortunately, they needed to do some work on their decking. And so we sat outside, and there was a guy mucking about on it while we were doing it. So we actually might have a gift voucher as an apology, because it was getting... And then the mosquitoes came.
Yeah.
But the food was, as always, amazing. Like, really top-rate food.
If you ever need to go somewhere in the afternoon, I recommend going there and getting a cup of their turmeric tea.
Yeah, it's a nice restaurant. Yeah. It's not, and it's actually not expensive.
No.
Television, English teaching up at elementary are back, which was great. I'm also going to keep saying is really watch RuPaul's Drag Race this season. The second episode of UK just came out. One of the cuntiest judges discussions going.
So you were living for it.
It was just they like Graham Morton was saying stuff. Rue just could not get a word in edgeways, and the guest judge just went, imagine saying yesterday was your worst day and coming out wearing that today. And Rue and Michelle were gone. It was all because they just live for the Brits.
What was the challenge? I'm sorry, you've got me intrigued now.
I think it was they had to make outfits based on previous years. So it was leftovers. The idea was they were given leftovers from the previous seasons.
Oh, okay.
And some of it was good and some of it was not working. Hey.
I mean, but that's the fate that you draw.
Yeah. Also, Peacemaker finished. They'd hyped the ending up as having a few giant surprises, and everyone afterwards was like, there was no giant surprises. The third to last episode had some good surprises in it, but yes, people were a bit like, okay then. Music, obviously Taylor Swift, but also Nine Inch Nails. So I got my tickets for in February. It'll be my third time seeing them, but my first time in an arena. Usually I've been to intimate gigs, so this is going to be interesting. Movies, Smashing Machine with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt. It was really good. Okay. I think that they gave it all in their performances. It was a really good biopic. I didn't know much about the guy, if anything. I thought it was really well done, and it really paid off at the end. I think that probably it might get some Oscar nods, but I don't think overall it did. Filmatically, it was very well made, but didn't do anything new.
Okay.
One battle after another. It's a cinematic masterpiece.
Oh, is it?
The middle sequence involving the people having to get out is just... It's so well done. It's hilariously funny in places and then heartbreaking in others. It's Paul Thomas Anderson at his fucking best. It really is so well done. So I cannot recommend, and I think that's going to get a lot of Oscar buzz this year. So I'm excited for that one. And then also, just one final note, we got our tickets for Wicked.
Yay!
We're seeing that the first Friday. It's out. Very, 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 very
Cannot
excited. Because it's so stressful trying to get tickets sometimes that even I'm at the point where I can't like enjoy the trailers because I'm like,
must buy.
But have you seen a trailer where they preview the 2 new songs?
I don't think
You hear like refrains and lines. It goes through all the songs.
Maybe I have.
And you hear the girl in the bubble, and you hear the line, "There's no place like home." It's really cool.
I need to go rewatch these.
Yes.
Maybe I have.
I'll get up after this.
Okay, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I feel like I've seen all of them, so surely I have.
But no, very exciting.
Very good.
Well, you want to get another?
Yep. Sorry.
Daniel's going to go off. He's so addicted to these non-alcoholic beers. Well, anyway, Daniel, so we held off on that from last week because of the way the timings were.
Yes.
But dear Miss Taylor Swift has a new album out. What are thoughts and opinions?
She does have a new album out, The Life of a Showgirl, number 12. It's rather interesting whenever you look at the comments that have been online.
Yes.
The Swiftie fandom has been a little bit all over the place on this one.
Right.
As in, 2 of my biggest Swifties that I know not in DC have had very strong thoughts and opinions about it. Where they're like, we feel like, lyrically it's not as deep as Tortured Poets Department. And I'm like, trust me, nothing's going to be lyrically as deep as
Tortured Poets.
Like, nothing is going to be that deep. And they're like, sonically, I feel like it's, somewhere in between 89 and Midnights. And I'm like, that's not a bad thing. I like both of those. I'm like, I'm fine with that. Like, they're like, I don't know if I have a favorite song from this one yet, or this is replacing any of my other songs. And I'm like, she's not asking you to replace any of the other songs. Like,
I will say, Fate of Ophelia is better than Shake It Off.
Oh, absolutely.
And Shake It Off is so overplayed. Shake It Off's a cute song.
Shake It Off is too overplayed. My God.
But it's like Fate of Ophelia is catchy as shit.
I love Fate of Ophelia, and not gonna lie, I love Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
And I know that people are like, I love Elizabeth Taylor, the person, so much, and I can't listen to... It was a conversation I had with a friend, and I was just like, honey, it's just a song. It is literally just a song, and I think it's a really good song. It's very Reputation era. Like...
Yeah, what's the real Avril Lavigne style one?
Oh...
That's quite cute. I can't remember the name of some of the songs. But
yeah.
And I want to say Opalite. I can't remember. Is that
Opalite?
Opalite. That's really. I love that one.
Opalite's really good.
It's really good. It's an interesting one in that she's. So Folklore I loved. I think that was a real good. I mean that was good. I've often said, obviously 1989 is an amazing album.
Right.
It's a level that is.
It was the one that hooked me on Taylor Swift.
Taylor. I mean, she'd done some great stuff before that. Red is a really good album, but honestly, like in 1989, it's one thing I never listened to it as an album. I listened to it as singles, and then later on, I came back and was like, "This is a really strong album."
It's a very solid album,
and it's hard, but it's also. It's a lot of really. I know we should be talking about like Life of a Showgirl, but it doesn't break any boundaries. 1989. It's just a very very good album. It's very very good pop, and it's a bit like Born This Way. Gaga is a very very good album, but it doesn't try much new. Tadar was the same as well. The Sister Sisters. It's just like that. Whereas I love Midnights. I think Midnights is such a mood. And I think I've waxed so lyrical about that as an album. It has such a unique identity. Torture Poets, I love it. I love the songs. I say Torture Poets, I love the songs. It's not my favourite album because it's too much. It's too much to call an album.
It's one of these that the dessert car came and they left every single dessert on your table, and you're just like, I can't eat all of these.
But I still stand by my theory was that she just wanted to clear the notes, just do it all. And I think she went in saying, I've got all these ideas. I want to do an album that just uses the songs that I don't really plan to go back to after this.
Right. And she did.
And she did. And when they announced Life of a Showgirl, I was like, oh, the fact is that she's gone for this bolder look. I'm like, now I said I called it on Torture Poets, and everyone and I'm not saying that I'm, oh my god, I'm so clever, because everyone should recognize what she was trying to do there. She was literally going, I want to use it, I'm never going to need these ideas again. Let's go back to it. I really like Life of a Showgirl. It's short. It doesn't outstay its welcome. It's got very catchy songs in it.
43 minutes.
43 minutes.
I think it's her shortest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an excellent album.
Good disco beats.
It's got disco beats. It's not her best album.
No.
Because as we've just said, I think 89 is her best album. Midnight's is probably my favorite album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does it, but it's not bad.
No.
It's not art pop.
It's not. No, it is not art pop. It's also not going to be one of these lyrical, things that you're going to have to be an English major in order to get it. Though.
Yeah.
It's approachable. That's the thing. It is an approachable album.
Yeah, and the Hubs really liked it. My husband really, he likes Taylor Swift, but he's not like a Swiftie.
Right.
But he said he really liked this album. And that's it. Like, Torture Poets was for the Swifties.
Yes. That was our feast, guys. Like
that was it. That was a favour. And she could do but people, she couldn't do two of those albums at once, because after that, people aren't going to start coming back.
No.
This was meant to be, this album is so strategic on a marketing level for her as a brand, in that they needed to bring Taylor back. They needed to reset. This is hey, you don't have to see all the other seasons to get this new one coming out. Everyone can come back into it. This is the movie. This is the Marvel Universe movie where you're going to get it. This is the Superman.
Yes.
That's the way to do it.
Yes.
It's got really catchy. The Fate of Ophelia is a great song.
Yes. I like Father Figure. I like Elizabeth Taylor.
I think towards the end, there's some really good songs. Actually romantic. I love that. She's having some fun.
Yeah. I like Eldest Daughter, even though some people are triggered by it, but I do like it. I think it's it's a fine album. I am sort of glad I didn't stay up until midnight waiting for it to drop and listen to it.
No.
It wasn't like a Folklore, Evermore, like those I stayed up for, waiting for those.
When did they announce Folklore?
Oh, I don't remember. That's the thing. I think we knew a week beforehand. And I was
like,
oh, I must stay up.
But this was good. Now we have to talk. We'll go to the visual aspect in a bit. Wood. We have to discuss the cultural impact of wood.
Oh, I mean, wood is good, my friend.
It's definitely a horniest song.
It is the horniest song ever, because it opened her thighs. Literally. That was the line. I mean, she wasn't hiding anything on that one.
What did Elizabeth Banks say? This girl is telling tales. Right. And I'm like, yeah, she is. It doesn't surprise me that a 6'5" football player is got proportional. His brother's 6 feet, and apparently his brother's not. Jason said he's not as packing, but
okay.
But I think they have different muscle tones. Yeah.
I mean, it happens. Anatomy is a strange thing.
She's definitely having a little bit of fun with this one. I would definitely say I'm not rushing things forward. Looking forward to her next album, and I think that's going to definitely be.
But do you think so? There's a theory that she's going to go away for a little bit after this album.
I mean, she's getting married. Yeah. I think this bit is enough to keep us going. She has so much material. I mean, she's pretty much done since COVID has released. This is the 5th album to come out since COVID,
and then plus the re-releases.
She's done Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, Tortured Poets. and Showgirl. That's 5 albums in 5 years.
And then the really Taylor's version of 1989.
Yeah, which is stunning.
Yes, my favorite. Red. Didn't she do? Wasn't there another one? Fearless.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at 8.
But her lifestyle is going to go through a huge shift at the moment, and she needs to take that seriously. And I think Travis is coming up to his retirement.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to have little babies in prams?
Well, how old is she? I mean, she doesn't have to worry because she can get.
She's my age, dear.
So she can. She doesn't. Yeah, I think she needs. I wonder. I said. I always say this is a palate cleanse. She's touring now. She's doing beautifully well on the talk show circuit. Mm-hmm. Loving it. Mm-hmm. Funny as always. Charming. Just absolutely having a whale of a time. Mm-hmm. The visual bit. You never saw the film, did you?
No, I never saw the film.
No, Meg saw it. So it was pretty good, but it wasn't really. It was good, but it was for the fans.
Yeah.
The video is excellent. Mm-hmm. I did ask you a question.
Yes.
She goes through multiple different eras. Mm-hmm. Did you have a particular one that stood out to you?
So I'm thinking back to this, and this is going to sound a little bit of a cop-out, but to me, I didn't know what they were going to do with the visual eras. And so it took me a moment, and the opening scene where she is literally Ophelia, like, I was just like, am I seeing that correctly? And that stood out, and it was just, I had to like go back and be like, no, I'm seeing that correctly. Like, she's actually doing the replication of that portrait that's in the National Gallery in London. That I'm blanking on who painted it.
Which they must be loving that.
Oh, absolutely.
That wasn't National Gallery of London she was in, by the way. I don't think.
No. I don't.
That's my. I know that by the back of my head.
Yeah, I was about to say she wasn't in it, but maybe it's V&A that has that portrait. Anyways, or I don't remember which one. It's one of the ones in London that has it. And I was just like, oh no, she is directly quoting this one. And she ended up quoting like another like painting later on in the white robes, which was very pre-Raphaelites. And I was just like, oh, like, girl knows her art history, which I mean, I'm not surprised, but I was just like, oh, she's quoting this. Like, there she goes. But she was having fun in it the entire time too.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, see, that everyone loves the Busby Berkeley.
Yeah.
And I love the showgirl bit at the start. And I always say there's dancer in the background that moves her hair. Like, she comes from behind and she's doing the hand movements and then comes forward and opens the curtain. I don't think Daniel's going to be shocked when I tell him it's the 60s lounge bit. I love it's Soho. Oh, yeah. It's underground Soho.
Where they're doing the back and forth. Yeah. The camera's turning.
The turning and the hand, the like the Fosse level movement.
And the orange outfit.
Yeah, it just works really well. But when she opens it and it like this, and it's Taylor and the two dancers and on the podium. There's a really great film with Anya Taylor-Joy. Was it Last Night in Soho?
Yes.
It's very much that era. And Just Where does a lot of the 60s lounge. It's just, it looks so good. It works so well with the choreography, the tightness of it. I was like, oh, you really are just having so much fun with this video. I did like, I see the bit where she's going down the corridor on the trolley, catches the ball, obviously Travis.
Right.
But that little brief bit in the bedroom, the hotel room was so we said red never getting back together.
Right.
Just she looked like she was having a lot of fun in the video. I know that's what they're meant to be looking like they're doing, but
she did genuinely look like she was having fun.
This album I will put it on after this. It's just been a really easy to listen to album. No one's really complaining. She's an artist, and she's gonna be doing things that sometimes we're not gonna be completely like, oh my god,
right?
But at the same time, as she releases a lot, 89 was, you gotta remember, was the first album that was completely pop of hers. It's gonna have that moment in the Taylor Swift culture,
right?
And likewise, all these, like Gaga released Born This Way, which is a phenomenal album. Then she released Art Pop, which is not a bad album, but was such a lacked the richness. And the same thing with after Tadar came out, the Sister Sisters' third album was Berlin Pop, which was so different tonally that it didn't feel as strong. You had to keep listening to it because it was a different. They were taking a breather. this happens, people. We have to remember this.
And as Taylor herself said, she is not the art police. And if you don't like it, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, she's made her millions.
She's made her billions.
Billions on this one.
She's now 2 billion.
Oh, it's ridiculous. With that, Daniel, should we move on to the end of the episode? Because I have billions to make as well.
Yes, billions and billions and billions.
Do you have a gagged and gooped?
I don't have a gagged and gooped for the week.
I don't really, but I just wanted to kind of say that I forgot to say this in part a bit earlier, is that there's some really great podcasts out this week. It's not really a place to recommend, but the Off-Menu podcast with Ed Gamble and James Acaster had Gillian Anderson.
Yes, I've seen like clippets on the Instagram, and I do like listening to that one, so I'm going to have to.
And she's excellent in it. She's a Gillian Anderson. She's really great in it. And I'm going to... And then last week, Jessie Ware and Lenny Ware had Reese Witherspoon on. Mm-hmm. Again, just so warm and lovely. Mm-hmm. And she generally comes across as such a genuine person. Matt and Bowen had J-Lo. Oh. Again, so she's funny. She's done her money. She's made this. She's done it. She generally was really informative. And she said, you know... Because she's doing a film at the moment with... Brett Goldstein, she's filming, but she's obviously releasing Spider-Woman, and they talk a lot about that. They are such a safe space for people. They worship without like overcrowding and fawning. Yeah, that's actually fawning. Thank you. Hopefully, let's take word of the week. But it's just, but it's just these podcasts that really do bring out some really. They're just really good to have these free podcasts that just were like, okay, people are just human. They want to have fun. And J-Lo said, I was really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be the highlight of the press tour. And I genuinely think she meant it. She must know who Bowen is, who, by the way, can be seen very briefly in the Wicked for Good trailer.
Yes, I did see that.
Very briefly. It made sense for him to be in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Daniel, do you have a word of the week?
Yes, and I feel like I may have actually done this word before. But anyways, it's ascertain. It means to determine.
Fun.
Yes.
Do you have a Petticoat Lane?
I mean, I really shouldn't have this petticoat lane, but I'm going to say this. To the National Guard, please get out of my neighborhood. Yeah. Please. There is nothing going on in that neighborhood. You and I both know it. Yeah. How about you? Do you have a petticoat lane?
My one is, if you're walking a dog, don't take up the whole sidewalk, people. One guy had 3 dogs, and they were like, in East Bank. I'm like, come on. And he was on his phone. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Distracted walking. You can't do that.
With that, Daniel, do you think you covered everything?
My dear, we have barely set the agenda.
Cheers. I'm going to top. Boom.
Cheers.
This has been a Bearded Bitch production recorded in a Diane Keating podcast studio in Haberdashery.
You've been listening to The Bitches with Beards. I've been Daniel.
And I'm Max. A big thanks to you all for tuning in and giving us a listen. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review the following on Twitter, X, and TikTok, where you can find us at Bitches with Beards.
Please remember that only a mother could love our views and opinions, and they reflect us and no one else.
We'll hear you next week unless we're cancelled. Cheers.